Hey, what's up again there, YouTube? Wow, that light's pretty bright for nighttime. It is September 27th, 2021. It's Monday morning, like 2 a.m., something like that. And the last couple weeks have been hell again for me. Um, as you know, if you watch any of my previous videos lately, I know this channel was originally a gaming channel, but the last 2.5 years I pretty much turned it into a vlog about living with my depression and suicidal thoughts or ideation. And I don't know what happened. I was living at this boarding house from my last hospital visit when I got out of Harbor Oaks at the end of June. I came here to Milestone, which is where I'm at again, surprisingly. And the place here recommended this person who is in Roseville, Michigan, and the company she claims to use for her room and board business is called Harmony's House, and her name is Renee Butler. And she is just one messed up lady for the business she does. I thought she's there to help people. That's why she does her flyer. I don't have it with me right now, so I can't tell you exactly what it says, but running this boarding house like that, she's there to help you, but really all she did is boss, try to be controlling. Couple things, at least in Michigan, I don't know if all boarding houses do this, but the first thing is they come in whenever they feel like it, day, night, and they go through every room, they go through all your stuff, and they tell you what you can and can't have. They try to anyways. She didn't give me no contract, no rules, no explanation of what I was getting into. The first day I showed up there, they wouldn't give me a key until I gave them the money. And I got out of here like on the 5th of July, and then I went straight to her place and gave her husband the check, a prorated check, because it's already the 5th of July. It was a money order, not a check. And yeah, I didn't actually meet her for 2 more weeks, and then she finally made a show of her own, and rather than introducing herself and tell me anything, she chewed me out because it was a fully furnished apartment, and there was a table in the living room. It had a lamp on it, but I asked the roommate because he been there for a few months, so he knows the lady. But to me, I was like, do you think she's gonna mind if I move her lamp to the floor in this corner here where it's still safe and that all the way, so I can put my computer on this table so I could start looking for work and also the game. And well, when she finally came into the apartment and I got to meet her after 2 weeks, she went off over me using the table for a computer to sit on. She tried saying it was cluttering, and which didn't make no sense because the table's made to hold stuff, and everybody's got computers now almost. And a computer typically is in the living rooms. I mean, if you got a big enough place, then yeah, you might have your computer in a private room, but a lot of people still have computers in their living room. So, but anyways, then she's trying to tell me I have to buy my own desk and chair, and I'm like, I'm not employed yet. I'm not gonna buy nothing expensive. At least I'm trying not to buy anything expensive until I got an income. And so she actually freaked me out. I didn't touch my computer for like a little bit over a week. I went and play it, and but the thing is, I thought if she's gonna chew me out anything, she's gonna chew me out for using the moving the lamp to the floor. Uh, that's what I would expect to be chewed out for, not the fact that I was using the table to put a computer on so I can operate it. And then she had a light living chair I was using to sit in. And then she says, well, okay, well, until you get a desk, you can use it while it's there, but you're not using a living chair, which is comfortable and has an armrest so I can use the mouse. You got to use the old wooden chairs in the kitchen. Damn these bugs. Scared the bejesus out of me. Sorry about that. I'm outside in the patio and there's crawling with bugs. So yeah, we didn't get along, and then she was preaching to me like she's let me know that like if you run out of money, you gotta go on the streets. We don't do the court thing. We don't do the eviction thing. You're just gonna be hauled out to the street. Which right there, that was an immediate red flag. I said, this is not a cool chick. This is not how you do business. This is not how you run a place. I don't care if it's a regular apartment, if it's a boarding house, room and board, whatever. But I'm like, you're not allowed to just kick them on the street. But she wound up doing that anyways when I get to the main part of the story. And then a couple more weeks went by, like 6 weeks, and then continuing harassment where they just barge in all the time and ask you everything you got and look at everything, and if anything's out of order, make you clean it up right away. But the place was already clean, so she was just nitpicking. And stuff. So to try to the place was also, after like being there for 5 weeks, I was sleeping on the couch because I prefer the couch over the bed. It was a lot more comfortable. I realized I was being attacked in my sleep a lot, and it turned out the place had bed bugs in it. And she, of course, when I finally broke the news to them, she automatically blamed me, tried to say it was my fault. And I'm like, I only had 2 little outfits and a blanket. And I came from a hospital, so I very much doubt that I'm the one that contributed to it. It's possible, I understand that, but she just downright said, you're the one that brought them in here, so now I gotta replace all this furniture, all because you brought bed bugs in here. But there was a previous roommate that I replaced who was a dope. He smoked dope and made his own dope on the stove or whatever, allegedly. And he slept on the same couch too, so there's a possibility he could have had him, or he could have brought him in. But she's been renting the apartment out for a while, and I'm sure that wasn't properly inspected when people bring stuff in. So yeah, it was a nightmare for me because I got a phobia against bugs. And then when I realized I was being attacked every night in my sleep. But anyways, to fast forward to the main incident, I'm no longer living at Renee's Butler's Harmony House, boarding house, or room and board. I don't know exactly which term she lives under. 2 days before September 11th. Oh yeah, September 11th. Ironically, I had bad luck on the anniversary date of the World Trade Centers. Weird. I almost wound up going to a psych hospital again because I had somebody irritate me, and I talked about suicide, and they called the police on me, and I wound up being forced to go to the hospital, but I talked my way out of it. And then on September 11th, at like 9 o'clock at night, Renee and her husband come over. First, the husband comes up to the apartment, helps himself on in. It's 9 o'clock at night. What are you doing just barging into your tenant's apartment that late at night, number one? I mean, it's bullshit. You don't need to come over at 9 o'clock at night. I mean, that is just uncalled for, rude. I mean, there's so many wrong things wrong with that. But anyways, that's not the issue. So the husband tells me I gotta throw out my fan. I bought a fan because they wouldn't fix their air conditioner, And because of my health condition and maybe because of my weight, I have trouble breathing sometimes. So I need a fan to constantly be blowing out my face if it's too warm so I can breathe. Well, anyways, so I told him, I said, I'm not throwing my fan out. I don't care what you say, but that's not going. But anyways, then a few minutes later, the wife comes up here, the one that I'm paying the money to rent that room with. And I do share it with one other person. It's a shared room and board with one other person. It's a one-bedroom apartment. And she brings up a chair with her. And then a few minutes later, the husband brings up a desk. So apparently, me using her table, perfectly good table that fitted my 43-inch TV and my computer on, was really bugging her. So she went out and found me a desk and chair. And then she's trying to... This woman... She talked... When she first chewed me out, she said it clutters up. She wanted to squeeze this desk into this little kitchen, which is just one walkway with a table on this side and the counter on this side, and you just have a little narrow gap to walk in and out. And she's just going to squeeze it next to the kitchen table and tell me I got to put my computer in there and stuff. But I just shook my head. I was like, this is stupid. But anyways, after she got the desk where she wanted it, she started walking over my computer, and she started getting ready to unplug everything. And I got up and I jumped up and said, listen, I'll move it myself for a little bit. And then she says, no, you're moving it right now. And I told her, I was like, listen, 2 days ago, I almost went to a psych hospital again. I'm not dealing with this shit tonight. I'm not all together in my head right now. I'm still highly irritable, I guess is the word. And you have no right to just to come and barge in here at 9 o'clock at night and move my stuff. And I'm trying to control myself from wanting to kill myself. And she says, go ahead, kill yourself. Well, sad to say, that's what I went to go do. Right after she said that, I walked into the kitchen and grabbed a knife and started slicing on this arm. So, yeah. I mean, it's dark out, so I can't really show it that well, but I did about 7 to 10 knife lacerations. I was working my way down the wrist. And then, for some reason, I stopped and I dropped the knife. And I walked back in the living room, and then I saw the husband going down the stairs. So I ran over, or walked over, whatever, I don't remember. I was still trying to figure out what the hell I did to myself and why I did it. And shut the door and locked it. And then I sat down on the couch for a few minutes, and next thing I noticed, there was a cop already sitting outside. So I got up and I locked the door because I knew they were going to come up here. And then once I realized there's no way to hide the cuts, I knew that they were going to force me to go to the hospital to get checked out and all that stuff, in the psych hospital. So yeah, then on the way to the hospital, one of the cops, or I thought I was going to jail for some reason. I don't know why, because they handcuffed both my hands and to the bed. And on the way to the hospital, the cop says that the lady and her husband, my landlord, said that I pulled a knife on them. And this Renee Butler of Harmony House knew damn well I was going to kill myself. She knew, because that's exactly what I told her I was going to do. And I guess rather than telling the cops that I was killing myself in her apartment, she told the cops I was coming after them with a knife. So when the cops came up to my apartment, you know, obviously before I went to the ambulance, I think they were expecting to find a homicidal guy, you know, with a knife. And then they looked surprised when they came in and they saw the cuts on my arm. So I don't even think that they told them I was going to kill myself. For some reason, her and her husband decided to lie and say that I came after them with a knife. And the husband, the cop said it's 2 against 1. It's a felony assault, and that the prosecutor would decide if you get charged or not, or if you get arraigned or whatever. And yeah, so that added like so much more to my misery, my depression. I mean, now I'm dealing with the fact that I gave in. I let a stupid, overpowered, meanful, hateful lady that's running this boarding house push my buttons, convince me to go kill myself because she gave me permission to, and so that's what I went ahead and did. Well, I didn't die though, unfortunately. I stopped for some reason. And yeah, and then when I got to the hospital, they let me keep my cell phone a little bit longer, and I called my mom up, and the stupid lady who has no business doing what she's doing, she grabbed all my stuff and just took it over to my mom's senior citizen apartment. And it's like 10 o'clock at night by now. And she just drops it off downstairs in front of the door and leaves. And she illegally evicted me. She knows she's in the wrong. And I couldn't do nothing about it because I was trapped in the hospital. My mom's disabled. She can't run up and down the stairs. So luckily she found a couple neighbors, other older people at 10 o'clock at night, and got them to go downstairs and grab my stuff and bring it up to her apartment. So now my stuff's cluttering up her apartment. She's got no room for it. And I don't even know if the stuff works because I don't know if they handled the computer and my TV with care. I don't know if they got everything. I don't know if I'm going to find the stuff damaged when I finally get around to it. And so I went and I stayed at the hospital for 10 days. They let me back out, and I'm here at Milestone now. The guy that recommended me to go to Renee, he called Renee for me. He's going to try to get my money back for 20 days of rent. And the stupid power-tripping woman that thinks that she can get away with harassing her tenants and doing what she pleases to them. She lied to John, the guy that recommended me to her in the first place, said, that she let me stay there for a few days for free. And John knows better. I know better. I got money order receipts to prove it, that I went straight from here on July 5th, straight to their house. Gave them a $520 money order because she gave me a prorated amount for the 5 days I wasn't there yet. She would not give me the keys, so I gave them the money order that same day. So she's not giving the money back willingly for the rent. And I don't know, I gotta find a lawyer. I gotta try to do something. I gotta find some help because she needs to be stopped. Renee Butler of Harmony House needs to be put out of business. She can't be. And there's alleged stories I heard from the roommate of mine who's a former Detroit cop. Like there's like several people she's harassed because she deals with a bunch of druggies and she deals with people that are wanted by cops. So I guess most people won't contest her or fight with her because they're worried about getting in more trouble. But she's actually someone that needs to be stopped. She needs to be put out of business. She needs to do jail time. And allegedly, the latest story is she just took somebody in and then took his money and then kicked him out, allegedly. The guy that replaced me. He was in the house for one day and then he got kicked out the very next day, allegedly, after he gave her the money. But that's allegedly, so I don't know what's true or not. This is stuff I said happened to me is true. So I don't know what to do. They got another boarding house I might be going to Tuesday or Wednesday. But I just want to get my own place. I still got some money left over from my unemployment, and I'm still looking for work. I don't know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to stay. I want to get back to gaming, but I don't think I'm going to use this channel for gaming anymore, because, people that subscribe to me for my gaming videos don't want to probably see my living with depression videos. And people that, if there is anybody that subscribed to me because of my living with depression videos, probably ain't gonna be interested in my gaming videos. I don't know. I do got a concept game idea I want to come up with, but I need to get a place to live, but I need money to do that. So I don't know. I think the gamers of mine will like it, and I don't no gamer to my knowledge has done what I want to do right now. So I'm interested to try it and see what happens. Well, it took me 21 minutes to tell that. So yeah, in a long story short, I got screwed over at my apartment that I was paying rent for by a out of control, power hungry, ruthless landlord lady that runs this I don't know if it's a boarding house or if it's room and board, but in my opinion, the stuff she's doing was way out of control. It was downright illegal, I think. I know kicking me out while I was in the hospital was 100% illegal. So yeah, I'm going to try to find a lawyer and see if I can get anything going, because she needs to be stopped even if I don't get refunded for my money. And then all the extra, the bunch she pushed that made me almost kill myself, the stress she's causing me. I mean, there's got to be something I can do. And the former cop says she didn't force us to have a contract or sign nothing, so she thinks she can get away with doing what she's doing because there's no contract. But I'm like, I got money order receipts. I mean, there's got to be something that can teach her a lesson that she can't do people like this. So once I figure out if I get a job, or if I'm going to Romulus, or if I'm going to another boarding house, or if I'm going to a shelter, or if I'm going to try staying at hotels for a couple weeks, I'm going to still do a couple more videos on here, but I'm going to really try to start my gaming channel back up. You know, I'm so pissed off at myself because there's this guy Storm on here. He does gaming videos. I started doing mine, this channel right here. I originally started it about the same time he did. And he's got so many subscribers now, and I'm sure he's living well off of his videos now because his channel's so big. Heck, he even has the games, developers let him sell their games for a small profit on his own website. And me, I got 100 and some subscribers, and I think they're all from gaming. I don't think anybody's actually subscribed to me for my depression videos. And I don't know where it's going with that. It could be me. I could be tied with the Sky Storm. I could be, but because I was working, I was still a truck driver at the time too, so I was actually still working my ass off and trying to put myself through college again, but that failed. But yeah, I mean, I've always when I was a kid, I could never imagine people playing video games and having an audience, and then people actually making money after they get good and successful at it. What a world we live in now. But anyways, thanks again. Sorry it's taking so long. I just want to get on here and tell this story out. And if anybody here is a law expert, especially in the state of Michigan, leave a comment, send me a message, tell me what options you think I got, if any. I really need the help. She's got me, I've been so jumpy too since that night. Every time I hear door slamming, footsteps, anything loud, I jump. I mean, I'm literally startled. I mean, she messed me up mentally. She made me probably like another couple levels worse. So, but thanks for watching. Stay tuned, subscribe, like, share, leave comments, please. Any comments will work with ideas. Till next time, this is Gamer for Life, DJ. Um, Signing out for now. Thanks.